Alrighty, good morning with another one. I think this morning I got a little bit more energy than I had to yesterday. I think I mentioned yesterday that to get up at my time to trade, which is around, I get up to prep, I get up to start my day around like 4 in the morning, or like 4:45. I get up, and then by the time I sit on this desk, it's around like 5:25, 5:30. So yeah. So yesterday I was a bit tired, but today I have a little bit more energy to go and get after it today. So let's go ahead and start our pre-market prep. As always, this is where we make our money before we make our money. The trade is not where we make our money. The prepping is where we make our money. So this is where we're gonna jump ahead and get started doing. So there's a few stocks that I've already scanned and checked through prior to me jumping on, but we're gonna see what is cooking for today. Alrighty, let's take a look at some charts and go from there. I already have some stocks I'm probably gonna be watching today. That's MUTSM Tesla. Um, let's keep searching. AMD is probably one I kind of want to keep my eye on just because of the daily. I like how we had this nice move up to yesterday. So AMD would definitely be on my list. So let's go ahead and write that down on my piece of paper. Let's see. Nvidia is a percent. I do like the daily like full bar candles. So I'll be looking at Nvidia as well. There's gonna be some ones that I'm gonna map out first. I still have a swing on Baba, so it's been tough with this swing because in the after hours this thing is moving like a maniac, and then during the day, it does the complete opposite of what you think that it's gonna do. It's weird. And this is why I don't like swing trade. I honestly don't like swing trading. Swing trading, I get it. Most traders that's where they make their money. But for me personally, I'm not really a fan of the swing trading. I'll be honest with you guys. So I like Hood. I do like Hood on the daily. I like Hood, and Hood is still trading within range, but I'm gonna also put Hood on my list. Give me 1 second, you guys, and make sure I got all of my charts ready to go. Right. I like Hood. Let's see. AVGO. AVGO had a nice day yesterday. It was nice from 349 all the way to 359. That's a $10 move. That's nice. But no, I'm not gonna watch this today. What else? We got Apple. No, I'm not gonna trade Apple. Google. A lot of the times when I trade Google needs a catalyst, but Google is actually nice. I like Google, especially with the move it had yesterday, full bar candle. A bit of an indecision though. It makes me want to kind of stray away from that. But nah, we're not gonna look at Google. Coinbase, absolutely not. Amazon, no. TSM, I do like this push. Then we're trading. TSM is cool. And I think that's about it. And as always, we're gonna look at Baba. You see how I got these? I'm over here drawing trend lines on Baba because I'm trying to get a full understanding of what is going on. But Baba seems like it's just consolidating. And that's what I hate about this damn thing. It's just consolidating, and I think it's gonna get to 170. I really do think so. I want Baba to drop down here. To be honest with you, I just want it to just drop. But every time this thing falls, and it's always falling in the after hours. It falls and it comes right back up. It comes right back up to this one above 165. It bangs his head on this pivot level. It's not breaking it, but it's not falling either. We had this nice sell off, but this was due to a catalyst. So I'm waiting for some fun to. So I'm waiting for the technicals to get into play too to bring this thing down. But it's just not. It's not trying to. It's not trying to really do that. To be honest with you, it's really, really not. So I'm trying to think if I should keep these trend lines here. Honestly, I'm trying to think that. But let me not get too wound up in that. So Got Baba. All right. So let's start with some key stocks to watch today. I think for me, let's start backwards. Baba has been one that I just have a swing position on. I would love to even day trade it as well. I would love to trade. I would love to trade this, but the way I feel about it is that I'm not sure if this thing is gonna really make a solid move. Well, it can make a solid move. So let me not say that. I don't know if the volume is there. Let's see, is there any news? Alibaba's massive bet on AI beginning to pay off. Kathy Wood is investing millions of dollars into it. I feel like if I look at Baba, it's going to be based off of a biased input because, I have a swing position. So let's be rational and let's go into other things, right? MU. Automatically, because of this daily chart, we're going to cross out MU. It's on the gappers list on my scanners, but just because of this daily, no. Next up, TSM. I like TSM, but there might be other stocks that are better to trade. We got this wick. We are trading above yesterday's range as of right now. But let me see. Is there any news? The only news I see here for TSM is TSM Manufacturing Company declares a $5 dividend. Okay, that's nice. I don't know if that's going to push the stock up. Let's see what else we have cooking for this. The Wall Street underestimated Chip King. All right, underestimated Chip King. NVIDIA stock gains. TSM gives the AI boom another boost. That was I like to see like news that was like about like 45 minutes ago, or less. Anything that's an hour ago, I could care less. Things that are moving TSM. So the chips are gonna move today. No, I'm not gonna touch TSM for right now. I think once again, there's other things that are better to look at. Tesla. I like Tesla. Tesla is always a good mover. My issue with Tesla is the fact that yesterday was a doji. We got an indecision to yesterday, and we're trading in the to yesterday's range. We're gonna pause on this one. AMD. AMD had a nice move. Let's definitely go ahead and map out AMD. All right. So AMD is above this level, above its previous high still. So pre-market, let's go ahead and map out the pre-market for this one. All right, we got pre-market high at 241.98. We got pre-market low right here at 237. It's probably going to go lower than that. I'm probably going to have to move that. Yesterday's high is at 239.24. All right. And then we got the high volume. I'm going to get to that in a second. Yesterday's low was at 220.76. Right there. Okay. High volume candle. Let's go ahead and look for that. Let me drop this mic down a little bit. All right. Okay, cool. High volume candle. Let's find you. High volume. Where are you at? Seems like the highest volume we have on AMD is the highest volume candle that we have on AMD is 664,000, which is right here, right there. So let's go ahead and put that level right there, and we're trading below it. All right, so 664,000. Cool. So now that we're looking at this, right? Yesterday was a nice move up. I cut myself short on this move. My mistake. I was actually supposed to ride this up to at least 230. Did not. I went ahead, sold too soon. I think what led to me selling this too soon was this strong pullback, but we held above the 200. And once we went ahead and broke this high, and we got to this level, I should have pieced at least one or two off and then let the rest run up until the order that was at 230. And then I probably should have held it, had a stop order, and took it to 234. I probably wouldn't have gotten this whole move, or maybe I would have if I would have put a stop order. So I messed this trade up on AMD. Not gonna lie to you, I completely messed that trade up in the sense where I should have made a lot more money than I did. I closed the day around two something, around like 230, two and change. But I made over $200, and I could have made way more than that. So that was my mistake. I'm coming into AMD there. But looking at AMD, we are trading around all-time highs. Real easy to go ahead and assess that because there's no other levels around it at this point. When we look at the monthly, nice surge up. AMD is still strong. Chip sector is still in play. Then after that, on the weekly chart, you know what? Still bullish. It's trying to even, in the pre-market did, but it's trying to even snap that high, that previous high at 240.10. It did it in the after hours. In the after hours, it got to 242, but you can see that, there's resistance up here because each time we get here, it just keeps dropping. And we can see here in the pre-market, which we're going to dive into this soon after we check out the higher time frames, is that, we just get this sharp sell-off every single time we get near these levels. All right. So on the hour chart, like I said, we're trading above this key level. This was this former high at 227.30, right? And then above these levels, we got this strong sell-off. So this 234, let's mark this level right here, right? Let me put a level right there just in case we pull back into the sell zone because what was once resistance is now support. For this one, I'm going to make, just because it's today, I'm going to make this yellow. I'm not going to keep this to level. Whenever I put a yellow level, it will be deleted. I'm not keeping that. Like I said, I don't want too many levels on my chart. I made that mistake last week, just mapping out too much. So that's good. Let's go on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, pretty nice. We got this strong move up back in October 6th. This is what led to us getting to newer highs. Sold off, but we've been holding on to this 50-day moving average pretty tightly, so that's pretty good. We went ahead and broke through key levels. Then also we went ahead and got above the 9 and 20 up to moving averages. Holding action above there, we did see resistance, as I mentioned, but we broke this resistance, right? Even in the after hours, we went ahead and broke this resistance. We're coming back into to yesterday's range. Let me see, are we even? Yeah, so we did trade outside of yesterday's range. Now we're back in yesterday's range, and then when we look at the 5-minute, we're under VWAP, we're under all moving averages, even the 200. So, we can roll over down to this 234, this is that sell zone, if we continue to sell off. But I think we sold off greatly already, going from 241 to 237. So I'm not sure if there's any further down movement. Of course, it can happen, but not too sure, right? So we got to wait till the market opens. But nonetheless, when we see I want to start off with the 4-hour, we could roll back into testing this level at least 235, maybe a sharp sell-off at the open. So that's definitely a chance that we can go ahead and get there quickly. We can see here on the 1-hour now that we're rolling over. We have already rolled over the 9, and we're at the 20. So we need to be mindful if this 20 is going to hold support, which is pre-market low. And you can see how this area to yesterday, in the after hours held support, which it could possibly hold support. It may even drop to 236, but buyers may step up here and use this previous resistance as an area to go ahead and buy and push it right back up. So something to be mindful of. But I think AMD is solid to look at. So let's go ahead and have this marked up in my notes right here. So I'm going to underline this because this is going to go on my list. There's not really much to go ahead and evaluate when it comes to AMD's chart. Like I said, we have already rolled over the 9, rolled over VWAP. We're at this 20-day moving average. So we just want to see if there's going to be a support. It could absolutely sell off. Let's go ahead and take a look at the order book on my other screen here. I know you guys cannot see that, but I'll let you guys know what is there. AMD. All right. So right here on my order book, we have a lot of buyers at 233, a lot of buyers at 232. So it definitely has the orders that are down here. Do we want to go ahead and fill those orders? Who knows? We do have sellers at 245 though, so which means we're either gonna meet the buyers or we're gonna meet the sellers. Obviously, there's a lot more orders when I look at this graph. There's a lot more orders on the buy side though, but it's pretty much even. But it's a lot more orders on the buy side. Yeah, it is. And then we can see here on this order book that I also have here on the platform on this to level 2, we got this lot size of 1,200 at 237. We got another lot size of 810. But when we look at the sellers, these are some consistent sellers. If you see this size, 440, 175, 740. Yeah, we got some good size there. So, and it's actually showing some consistency. So I think it's pretty much an even match between the buyers and sellers. When I'm looking at the order book, is not one that's greater than the other. If I was to take a deep dive into like the ladder where we can see inside the order book, this is basically what I'm seeing on my other screen, but a little bit more intuitive. Uh, like I said, we have a lot size of 1,500 at 237. This is a buyer, so somebody wants to buy at 237 flat. They're probably gonna get filled very very soon. So because right now, yep, we're at 237. So that order is probably going to get filled, and they're increasing their lot size. So the lot size is at 1,700 now. So let's see what happens if they get filled. And I'm watching this in the pre-market because this is what gives the edge. This right here is what gives the edge. They and now this person increased their size to 2,390 lot size. So they're increasing it. So this kind of shows once again like a bullish action. Like the fact that they're increasing their size, and then the order they haven't even got filled yet. So, they're confident in it. It's a large size. It doesn't mean that this order should automatically think that the stock is going to go up. But the fact that they want to buy shows that there is a bullish sentiment and people can follow right after this. Okay, yeah, that order got filled. This thing is probably still going to drop, so they may have a stop order right around here at 236 possibly. So let's see, and this is what, 236.20. So if it doesn't break 236.20, then and it holds, I'm pretty sure this to buyer is probably still going to hold it for another ride up. Because like I said, we have sellers all the way at 245 today. So this thing could probably go ahead, especially with this kind of volume that we had yesterday. This thing can make new highs today. The chips are definitely in play. So, all right. Rise and shine, bro. Rise and shine, Brody. I see you, dogs. All right, so AMD is definitely in play. We got a 2,000 lot size that got filled. So we just want to see how this plays out. I'm assuming that their stop order is either going to be at 236.20 or maybe at this sell-off area 235, 235.75. I'm probably going to go ahead and give them that. So I think that they're still there. I would like to see other large orders step up. The problem is, as I'm looking at this ladder, I'm not seeing any other large orders. That's the only large order that I see. So, we're gonna see how this goes. But AMD is definitely nice. It's on the list. So, nonetheless, I don't gotta go ahead and map this out too much. So the 1 hour chart solid, even though we crossed this 20, it doesn't mean that we're gonna fall. Like I said, we got a level here at 234, and that level is found at the daily from this large sell-off because this was once resistance. Now we're trading above here, so this can be complete support. We're still trading above the 50 and the 200. Let's go ahead and check out the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart. Same concept. And this is what I'm saying, right? This area is support. You see how we held here the whole entire time inside the after hours and then went ahead and popped up? So just because we're slipping through this now, it does not mean that it's going to automatically sell off because This right here, which was once resistance before we got this surge and yesterday's action, this right here could be support. And honestly, I'm probably gonna go ahead and put a level. I try to be mindful with putting to levels. Like I said, I already got a level right here at R2, so it's okay. I'm not gonna go ahead and add a level there. But just to see this alone, we do. This thing could come here and bounce. We gotta wait till market open. But I like it. AMD is on the list for today again. And like I said, we sold off already pretty strongly. It was already a strong sell off right at pre-market open all the way down here. So the odds of us continuing to sell off is not slim to none. Sorry about that. It's not slim to none. It's just that, common sense would just tell you the fact that we already sold off, the buyers might want to step up and retest some of these areas and then probably fall. So there we go. So let's put that on the list, AMD. All right. I like what I see here on the order book. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, we got some buyers stepping in. I'm just really assessing AMD. Like I said, like this is when you're day trading, this is where you make the money. You don't make the money when you actually trade. You make the money when you prep. Because then by the time the market opens, it's a lot easier. All right, so AMD is on the list. Next up, I have NVIDIA that I want to watch. NVIDIA is solid. And the reason why I'm saying that it's solid is because of this large candle. You see, I don't want to, like MU gapped up at 3.6%. But what I don't like about MU is that on daily chart, these are wicks. I don't want to trade anything that had previous wicks. I want to trade something that had some movement. And we can see the AMD movement. We can see NVIDIA movement. So let's go ahead and map this one out. Yesterday's low on NVIDIA. NVIDIA had a nice drop, man. If only Baba could go ahead and drop. Like, goddamn, Baba. Like, just somebody just put some deep pockets in there and drop that thing. Like, because just look what this thing did. It went from 184 to 177. And it got to the 50-day moving average. I'm over here with a swing play on Baba, and I got my trend lines and everything like that there. And we're struggling to get down here, like we're freaking struggling to get down there. And the pre-market is right up here. So it's just consolidating. I'm probably going to have to cut it and just take the loss on it. It is what it is, because now looking at Baba, and I'm going to get back to NVIDIA, is that we got momentum, or we got a setup that this thing could go ahead and pop and still get to 167. Looking at the order book, there are sellers at 167, though. There's sellers up here. But the fact that, you see how yesterday we went ahead and double topped? We came here, rejected, came back over there, rejected, and then sold off all the way to 164. So and then after hours, we shot up to 168. So we broke it, but then sold off heavily and came back to 163. And then came all the way back up. So this thing is just, I think the market is just confused. And, you can't really blame the market for that. But the market is heavily confused right now. It doesn't really know where to go. A lot of stocks don't know where to go because of the uncertainty with Trump. You always got to go ahead and think about what's going on within the world, because, this is all economics. So there's a lot of uncertainty, especially with China. So that's why, I'm short this thing. But when you got Kathy Wood, who's investing 12.3 million in Ali at Baba stock, she's basically, given the buy rating on it. But it's not showing in the chart fully, though. It's showing that this thing is basically stuck. It's just stuck, But let's get back to mapping out charts. So NVIDIA, let's go back to yesterday's low was 177.29. So let's put my level right there, 177.29. Yesterday's high, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let's put the pre-market levels so I can see where yesterday's high was. Yesterday's high was 184.49. So 184.49. Wait. I'm sorry, 184.87. 184.87. 84.87. There we go. So this is yesterday's high, yesterday's low. High volume candle. Let's go ahead and find that. So let's scan the pre-market and let's see where are where is the activity at for today. High volume candle, nice. We got 1.4 million shares traded in this doji candle. That's nasty because it's not even a full bar. But I like the fact that what followed after this was a full bar. So that's pretty cool. It's all right. So we got this doji candle at 1.4 million. We did sell off. Okay, cool. All right. Now, the thing about this high volume candle to note is that we're trading above it now. And we can see how yesterday we had this sell off. We're trading in between. To yesterday's highs and lows. We're also trading above this pivot level. We got back above the 200-day moving average, and then we are also back above VWAP, back above the 9 and 20 to moving average, and also the 50-day. So bullish activity definitely going on here. What I'm seeing is that we do have some strong buyers, but we're kind of entrapped with sellers. Because you see how we got these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got these 4 bullish candles, but look what's around it. Red. So there's, it's still sellers around here, especially when we got 2 back-to-back sells. But even though we're selling off, we're stuck in a range. Just look at the daily chart right here. We're just stuck here. So that's something to, account for in terms of like, where are we playing? Where is NVIDIA playing at? And NVIDIA is just stuck. And if we look even closer to the daily, inside these white lines where I have my orange line, we're just entrapped. We're entrapped in this consolidation. So this makes me kind of not want to trade it in a way, but I'm still going to trade it, like I said, because of the daily movement. You see how we got this long candle here, long candle there. So absolutely, I want to go ahead and trade this thing for today. But just looking at this, it makes me a bit skeptical, which just means when the market opens up, I'm not going to go in heavy. I'm just going to, ease my way in, probably start off with like the one contract. Once we start to see momentum, maybe we do want to test some of these rejection points up here, because this is a lot of rejection. If you look at the daily, like the rejection is at 183, which means the range is not even that good on this. So, NVIDIA is something I will watch though, like just regardless, because we got a key level here at 184.49, so we may want to go ahead and test here. Then we also got a pivot level at R1. We may want to test yesterday's high, or maybe we want to break again and test this key level at 179. This is another key level that I have here. So up and down with that. Let's look at the order book for that one. Probably got to expand this thing. Give me 1 second. Cause my order book is way too low. Oh, buyers just stepped up on Ali at the Baba. I see that on the order book. Okay, AMD. The AMD is probably gonna be another nice day for that one. NVIDIA. Let's check the order book. Okay, NVIDIA. There's a lot of sellers. A lot of sellers actually. Like, man, there's a lot of sellers. But I'm not going to trust all of these sellers just yet. The reason why, because we're above moving averages. We're above even this high volume level right here. So this thing can easily flip. But sellers are coming in heavily around around 182. There's a big a bubble there. So, alrighty. News-wise, there's no news on NVIDIA at all. No news. It's just semiconductors I'm moving today. Ooh, that's a large lot size, man. Look at that, 25,000 lot size. Oh yeah, that was a bid. Oh wow. Yeah. That was a big order. So that shows a bullish sentiment too. But if we go into the ladder, there's a lot of sells. There's a lot of sell orders here too. So even though we got that one lot size of 25,000. If we look at the sell side, we got a lot of orders here too. Oh, got a burp. Yeah, had a burp there. Sorry. All right, cool, cool. NVIDIA is gonna be on the list, so let's go ahead and put that on. NVIDIA. Oops. I like NVIDIA. I like I like NVIDIA a little bit more than AMD, based on the order book. I like NVIDIA a little bit more than AMD, but I got both here. So whatever stock I put on my bottom screen, that's the stock that I'm watching mainly because it's right in my face. Whatever stock I put on my top screen is my secondary play, and then whatever's on my third screen that you guys can't see, that is my that's the third stock that's in play. I only watch about three per day. I know there's people who watch like six, and like the more you trade, is the more you get easier to watch multiple stocks at once. So and that's what gives you the edge. Like you don't want to just watch one. And like when you're beginning and you're started off, yeah, like I think you should just watch one. I don't think you should watch multiple. Because even in my early days trading, when I was watching multiple stocks, it's so hard to like see all of this information and align all of it. Because that's how you make your money. It's like you have to align things. You can't just look at the chart and then be like, "Okay, I bet I'm gonna go ahead and buy and sell." You gotta go ahead and look at the level two, the time of sales, the 2 minute, the 5 minute, the daily. You know what I mean? So then now I've added the order book to it. So now I'm looking at my order book to see just the flow of things. So yeah, alrighty. So Nvidia, AMD, probably same place as yesterday. So those are marked up. Let's look at Robinhood. Let's look at Hood. I like Hood when I saw it in the pre-market. The reason why I like Hood is because of this candle. This candle is showing me some movement. And also too, I don't want to just limit myself to semiconductor plays. I do not. Semiconductor plays is really oversaturated right now. It's just an oversaturated play. So financials have been moving real good as of lately. So definitely going to be looking at that today. Not going to be all into semiconductors fully. So let's see how this cooks. Let's go to Robinhood. Oh, I'm ready here. Sorry, I was looking at my other screen. All right. Robinhood. Let's mark out some pre-market levels. Pre-market low on Robinhood is right here at 135. Pre-market high is here at 136.79. To yesterday's low is at 133.54. Okay. Um, that was yesterday's low, and yesterday's high is at 138.10. Wait, I'm sorry. Yesterday's high is at 139.65. Where am I seeing? Oh, the open is at the open is 138.10. All right, 139.65. Boom. High volume candle. Let's go ahead and see this high volume candle. Seems like the highest volume that I'm seeing is a 140, 140,000 shares traded. Yeah, that's the highest volume as of right now. And Robinhood is it's a large cap. It's not a mega cap, so we don't see the 1.2 million here. I just saw it. Yep, there we go. Let me just right there, 140,000 right at this candle, and we're gonna put it at the bottom because this was a support. It's a white candle. So and we're trading below that. So when we look at Robinhood, what I'm seeing here is that we just broke the 200. So predominantly in the pre-market, we traded above the 200. We kind of chopped around VWAP. We chopped around the 9 and 20, but we eventually made this move up high to 136. And then we went ahead and sold off, came all the way down, chopped around again, broke this 200, and now we're selling off. But you see this right here? Buy, and we're coming here, and there's a wick here, buy. So there's some support right here at 135. There's definitely some support there. When we look at the daily, we're trading in between the highs and lows of to yesterday. We're kind of slightly trying to get back under this 20-day moving average. And what I'm seeing here too is that Robinhood may want to break this and come down to 130 today. It definitely may want to go ahead and crack down and fall down a little bit more because we got a key level at 130.06. You can see this was a previous high, and then we had this candle that broke right through, and it appears that it wants to retest us. So I really do like Robinhood, actually. I like Robinhood, yeah. Robinhood is nice for a lower move. And then let's go ahead and look at the monthly. The monthly is even showing that we're facing some rejection. We're starting to turn around a bit. When we look at the weekly, we can also see a red candle, a full red candle. So we're starting to push down a bit there. Probably trying to aim, like I said, to get into this former breakout area. So it looks good. So I would like to see this thing can break. All right. Now let's check the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, we're still trading above the 200. So the bull case is still intact on the 4-hour chart. But you see how we had this large sell-off back in on October 10th, which was just a few days ago. So we had this strong sell-off here, continuation under the 50, under the 9 and 20 on the 4-hour. There's just a lot of sellers in play. News-wise, there is no news. And then we do have some support in this little bracketed area down here around this 130. Let's see, this 133 to 135. So we do got some support there. But it seems like this thing is trying to go ahead and crack down and maybe even get to 130. Today does show that, we do have the possibility. I like this trend that's forming. Let's go on the 1 hour. Yep, on the 1 hour. Same concept under the 200. We're trending down. We're kind of running into some support, so it's something to be mindful of. Like I think I said this. I think I said this a few days ago. This market has been very, very strange in the sense where every dip gets bought back up. Well, it's not really strange. It's kind of annoying though, because it's like these dips aren't that deep, like they're really not. It seems like that, but how these dips happen is it runs into buyers all the time. It just keeps running into buyers. And the buyers just keep pushing it back up. So the dips last for like maybe 5-10 minutes. But as a day trader, you could take advantage of that. As a swing trader, it's hard to take advantage of that. It's like you're better off buying and selling the next day. So I think that would be a good strategy. That's not really my strategy. I'm not really good at stuff like that, like just buying and selling it the next day. I'm sure you can make a good amount of money doing stuff like that, but it's just not my thing. All right. So I like this. I like this for Robinhood. So we're going to go ahead and watch that too. Let's check out the order book on Robinhood. There's a lot of sellers on NVIDIA right now. Let me make sure I'm still watching Baba because I got a swing there. Atlas, Hood. All right. Looking at the order book on Robinhood, definitely large buyers. There's some more sellers, especially at 144. I don't think we're gonna get to one. Well, we can't get to 144, but we just came from up there, right? A few days ago. I don't know if we're gonna get to 144, but we are holding this area as some support, so it could get to 144. It has the possibility to do that too. But looking at this, we do got some large buyers at 134. Absolutely. But we got some spread out sellers between 136 to 145. So at market open, there's going to be a battle between these two. But I think if we get closer into this one, if we get closer up here, there's sellers all around here. That's what I'm seeing on the order book. There's sellers all up there. So it's something to be mindful of. But I still like it, though. I still like it for the trade. Cool. We're going to keep this for sure. All right, let's check this order book. Yeah, we got large sellers. See how we got 200, 100, and this side may be a bit more consistent. It says here that the buyers are more in play, especially with this 2,000 lot size at 135. But what I don't like is that we got two versus we got a little bit more consistency on the sizing on over here at 200, 100. Let's take a deeper dive into this order book. So we got 2,000 lot size at 135, 1,000 lot size at 134.40. So we got some solid buys because I'm also seeing that on my order book over here. The only thing is that I feel like sellers could step up strongly too because if I'm looking here on the sell side, and this is the sell side, we got 1,000 lot size at 136. We got 1,200 lot size at 137. Another 1,000 lot size at 137.20, which shows here on my order book that there are sellers. The higher up we go, so like, what is the expected move? The expected move doesn't seem too strong to me when it comes to Robinhood. But in simple terms, there is support right here because we can see buyers. So at the open, I think we could go ahead and make a move. But for the overall day, I think this thing is probably going to come back down to 130. Just a thought. I have a yellow level here. Why? I don't know if I just put that. I'm probably going to delete that yellow level. Oh, this was from a previous day. Yep. This was from this day. I'm gonna keep this level because I shorted hood on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, because yesterday was Wednesday. Yeah, so I made money on this trade. I shorted to 130, and right on the dot, it just went ahead and bounced. This was an S1 level. So yeah, let's keep that because that level helped me out the other day. So nice. I'm watching hood. I got Baba on my other screen. I kind of need to watch Baba. I can't lie. I have to watch that just for the simple fact that I went ahead and I got a swing on it. So, and Baba's dropping too. So I kind of want to take this trade, but I can't watch everything. So I'm going to put Baba on my top screen. I take a look at SPY from time to time and see what's going on with SPY. Well, let's put hood here. All right, market's about to open up in just a few seconds. And just see how prepping for the market takes all of this time. Just to prep, it takes time. All right, AMD is coming in lower. Let's see, okay. What's this? Nvidia, AMD. Okay, I just got a few seconds left. Nvidia, AMD. I'm gonna look at Nvidia's order book a little bit more than I'm gonna look at anything else. Let me see. AMD's order book. Yep, definitely Nvidia's order book for sure. The market just opened. Yep, it sure did. AMD. All right. Nvidia. Yep, that sell-off came right at the open. I'm looking at hood on my other screen. The minute hood breaks pre-market low, I'm shorting it. Yeah, I said there's a lot of sellers on AMD right now. Yeah, I have to go to hood. Hood, AMD, bye-bye. Just giving it some time. Yeah, hood bounced right off of those levels. Yeah, let's watch hood for right now. I'm going to change my screen to hood. So I'm watching hood. Just gotta be patient. I like what Hood is doing. There's a lot of sellers up there though. We're probably gonna meet those orders. There's a chance that we can meet those orders at 150. Because we went ahead and held this in the pre-market, and now we're up here. But this thing can still turn around and go down. Because like I said, there's a lot of sellers. But like I said it too. We could go ahead and meet those orders. Yeah. See how Hood is just falling. I'm just waiting for this thing to break pre-market low and this pivot level. Yep. All right, I'm gonna jump into Hood. Oops. Yeah, it just bounced quickly. But I'm gonna put my stop at $1. I'm short Hood. I'm only in just one contract. Man, that was a cheap option too. Only got it for $100. If I need to flip my position, I will. I'm still watching Nvidia too. I'm not really looking too much into AMD right now. Okay, Hood is actually making higher moves, holding on. You got some. We got strong sellers at 139. I'm just not sold on this thing going higher. I'm just not sold on it, especially with the daily chart and the setup on the daily. Just not sold. Yeah, today's gonna be a little bit of a choppy day. You could just tell by the candles. You look at the wicks. Now you see Hood is dropping. That's what I say. I'm just not sold on it. So I'm holding on to my one contract. Because we got large buyers at 130. It's a bit choppy, man. It's a choppy open. Trust me, I wouldn't trade anything right now. It's a choppy open. Let me see what's going on with my other position on Baba. Yeah, Baba's been like that for a minute. Hood. Nvidia's not doing nothing. Take a look. Nvidia has some buyers though. It's a lot of buyers stepping up. Let's see the level 2 now. Who's in more control? Might have to jump inside of Nvidia for a call. Because the bids are meeting the ask. And we're above VWAP. I'm going to jump into Nvidia very soon. Okay, I'm in on Nvidia for a call. 182 calls. So, yep. Nvidia probably gonna break pre-market high, breaks pre-market high, add. Robinhood, I'm still holding on to my short. I got a stop order for like $95. So the most I could lose is 95. For Nvidia, I have a $50 stop. So the most I could lose is about 50 or $60 there. See, the minute Robinhood breaks that pre-market low, I'm loading up. I mean, not Nvidia, to Robinhood. Robinhood. Robinhood looks like it wants to get there. But it also needs to break this pivot level. So it needs to get under 134.83. I want these sellers to meet these bids. Some strong sellers right here too. At 135. Oh, I'm gonna get stopped out on Nvidia. Yeah, stop me out. That's all right. Yeah, stop me out. It's fine. All right. I like what I'm seeing with Robinhood. We just broke pre-market low. Just still gotta wait a little bit. Cause you gotta account for these levels that's down here too. You have to account for them. Yeah, look at Nvidia. Nvidia just came and dropped. So I only took a $50 loss there. Not bad. It's a choppy open. So you can't be aggressive right now. It's a real choppy open. But that's why I said the semiconductor play is real. Is just real saturated. Like there was no move. The only move was to go short here. I could have went long because I saw the bids coming into the ask. So that's why I decided to go long. but nice risk management there. AMD's not really doing much on the order book. Hood is not really doing much on the order book. Yo, Baba, man. Baba does not want to give up. So I'm going to have to cut that position because Baba it just doesn't want to give up. Somebody obviously is finding that stock to be valuable. What I like about Robinhood is that my stop order has not been touched like yet. So that's making me feel like this thing could come down further. Let's check the 1 hour chart on this thing. Yeah, Doji. Let's check the 15-minute chart on Robinhood. Not the best. So you see, if I would have added immediately when it broke the pre-market low, and this is why it's important to have multiple time frames. There was a level, there's a pivot level that's right here, and that's why I didn't add. Cause yeah, it broke it, but you got to check all charts. There's a level that's right there because there's no level on the 15-minute. There's no level on the 30-minute. There's no level on the 1 hour, and there's no level on the 4 hour. There's a 200, but that's at 131, which is perfect, especially if I'm trying to short it. I'm shorting it at 134, so it's not bad. Let's go back on the 5-minute chart. And Baba, I think it's time I let this thing go, man. I think it's time. Today will be my last day holding this thing. That's why I do not swing trade. It's like if you swing trade, you might as well just put calls and just never put puts. It's like a waste of time. Because if I would have put a put, I would have been up like $1,000 consistently. Versus when you put a put in on a swing, it just takes forever. I gotta wait. Nvidia's coming back up. Stock market's not moving right now. And the key thing I'm doing right now is I'm just protecting my I'm protecting my soldiers, and my soldiers is my money. I'm not just gonna go ahead and jump inside of a stock just cause. Things have to be clear, and nothing is clear right now. I like what I'm seeing on Nvidia, but at this point, I think I'd rather wait till it breaks pre-market high. And Robinhood is setting up so nice for a downward move that I don't want to just put my money in something for a small gain. So I'm probably just gonna have to sit here and wait. Because we do got orders at 130. And the sellers on Robinhood are pretty stubborn just looking at the level too, because they are not meeting those bids at all right now. It's like they're trying to meet the bids, but at the same time, they're like, nah, I'm going to stay at the price I'm at. Okay, finally. Yep. It met the bid now. Okay. Okay, we meeting the bids now. If I, if I see the ass going to 134, that's going to be a good move. But yeah, see, this thing is choppy. This thing is choppy. And look, and man, just look at it. Just look what that video did. It's like this thing is choppy. Just look, it's just wicks. Yeah, man, be careful today. You know, you could get chopped up today. We need Robinhood to lose these levels. We needed to lose these levels. If you look at the 2 minute, we got buyers who are entrapped around sellers. There's a lot more sell candles than there's a lot more buy candles. Just institutions haven't jumped in yet. Nvidia is trading in a range. AMD is not doing anything. Let's check on the SPY. That's the overall market. SPY made one move and one down move, and that's about it. Yeah, so SPY's not doing anything. Yeah, today is a slow day. Just sit on my hands. I still got my one option for puts on Robinhood, but my stop is like $100 and we still haven't hit it, so that's nice. The market's probably going to take about like 30 minutes to an hour to move. It's going to take a long time for this thing to move today. Today's one of those days. It's one of those days. Thing about Robinhood, man, we're holding on to this level though. We're not breaking it. But at the same time, if we're if we're reading candles, we had a strong candle on the sell side. We have more of a wick on the downside, but this is basically indecision candle, so it's unsure of direction. And then we got this candle that's now forming. You just gotta go ahead and let that play out. But if we read on a 2 minute, yeah, we had some buyers here, a little bit of buying, some buying there, but we're knocking our head against all of these levels. Sit and wait. The video's looking like it wants to break pre-market low, but I don't trust it because we got a pivot level right here at 181, and we're already at 181. So if anything, this can be just a wide stop, and you can put a call and test the back up here to 182. So I'm not gonna take that trade. Thomas, it is 9:53 on the East Coast. Yeah, so and then we normally get reversals at 10:30, which is an hour from the open. Yeah, so I'm telling you, I probably gonna have to wait. So about 10:30, cause ain't shit going on. See how Robinhood just looks kind of weak though. The more each time we come here, we just hit rejection, and just look how all of these moving averages are still like it's just like it's waving down. So the downside is there, but I just haven't sized up yet because I haven't got confirmation. I think tomorrow's probably gonna be a sell off, man. I don't know, but I think so. Donald J. Trump. I blame him. I blame him, yo. The definition of trading is boring, but you make a lot of money though. Make a lot of money being bored. Man, yo, look at these charts, man. Nasty, nasty. This thing is nasty, man. She began this surge up, but watch, it ain't gonna do shit. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's gonna do shit. Cause the range on this is not the best range. This is moving within like a dollar range, and it's still trading within pre-market highs and lows. So this thing can chop here for 30 minutes. Like just chop here. You can't trade within this bracket. You can't. Yeah, bro. Bored man gets paid. That's how I said. It's crazy. It's like it's so boring, but you get paid a lot of money though. Shit, I tell you this, man. My day job ain't boring. That shit, man. That should be having me work. Shit, my day job is not boring, yo. But this shit boring as shit right now. This shit nasty, bro. This shit is nasty. I told you. I literally said it's gonna pop up, but it ain't gonna do shit. It literally popped up, and already we got a wick. Be getting something. Be dropping there. Up, 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 up. Be dropping there. Yes, 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 yes. I gotta make sure though first. I'm gonna wait for the next 2 minute candle because I don't want to get caught in this chop. Finally, we're breaking this 2 minute pivot level. About time. But see, I just can't jump in. Can't. We finally broke it, but it's just no momentum, yo. None. Yo, this chart is disgusting. That's exactly why I didn't jump in, man. I was dead ass about to add too. If it was clear, but it ain't clear. And then you see, yo, I literally said Nvidia popped up everything. Yo, I know somebody's getting cooked right now. And by somebody, it's probably like a new trader. So it's probably not like a veteran trader. A new trader is probably getting cooked. Probably lost their money within 15 minutes. Shit, maybe even 10, 5. Cause yo, today ain't shit. Damn, yo, you would have took that long on that video, you would have got smoked. Yeah, I'm telling you, yo, this shit's not gonna move till like 10:30. This shit not moving to 10:30 in either direction. The crazy part, there's somebody who made money today. Somebody made money off of this nasty ass action. Man, let's check on SPY. SPY not doing nothing. It's trading between pivot level between R1 and R3 pivot level. So SPY's not doing anything. Alright. Yeah, Robinhood looks like it probably want to test this 136 now because it's been holding on to this support for a while. But I don't like the range from 136 to 136.79. That's only a 79-cent move. It's not worth it to go long. You want at least a dollar to $1.50 move. It's not a good move. Yeah, the volume is kicking up now on Robinhood, but see what I'm saying? A wick comes. Yo, this is crazy. Damn, yo, you know somebody took this trade. Yeah, Baba's going up on me. Baba does not want to give up. Maybe I don't want to give up. I'm saying Baba doesn't want to give up. Maybe I don't want to give up. Yeah, like I'm the problem when it comes to Baba. I just need to let it go. I'm clearly the problem. Ooh, shit, I be sleepy. Yeah. I can't just sit here in silence like this. Play some tunes. And I'm getting hungry. That's the cool part about trading. you in the comfort of your own home. I'm in the comfort of my own home.
GG. FA. Hey. Blind cause she seen the way I ball. Baby says she only fuck with athletes. Hey. Tonight I'm gonna fuck against the wall. Then we gonna move it to the mattress. Hey. Driving down 295. Trying to catch a pussy nigga traffic. Hey. Whipped out the choppers and they come believe they eyes. Nah, nigga, we ain't
Born
no
down.
Pay for my youngins when I go inside. Cause every day I know they gon' slide. Hey. Last time that a nigga cried, that was probably when my granny died. Hey. Spent the block, I heard some niggas promise you that wasn't one of mine. Hey. And I think all the niggas got rich, cause baby I was gonna die trying. Hey. Yeah, happy I've been piling up this money, cause goofy niggas out here trying to be funny. I'm a player, ain't no dummy, but I could pass a pretty bitch on it. But on the block, I leave the job top running. If they line, they say that's not my summer. I don't go nowhere without my brothers. Get out of
A lot of
line,
marketing
wild
and stuff.
promise, they gon' gun you. Freaky bitch, used to hit it raw. All that drama shit, no, I can't get involved. Big old balls, I can make one call. I looked at my kids and said I'm never leaving y'all. Blind cause she seen the way I ball. Baby says she only fuck with athletes.
I can see Robin getting to 136.
Tonight I'm gonna fuck against the wall. Then we gonna move it to the mattress. Ay. Driving down 295. Trying to catch a pussy nigga traffic. Ay. Whipped out the choppers and they come believe they eyes. Nah, nigga, we ain't done no bopping.
Reason why I'm not taking this trade.
Lamborghini, Revuelto. I ain't need no shows. Fans think I sell blow. I ain't wanna ride my Cully no more. Fuck it, I pulled up ghost. Big outside the deal for $500,000. I made a toast. We ain't got no more smoke when we get they low. We come through blow. On walk number pointers and carrots and boogers. I come through gross.
Marvin's not
Spent the check
gonna
on the
lose
bros
it.
with guns and bowls. I did it the most. I'm ready to go. I'm dripping in gold. I come from the trap, was working the stove. I'm running this rap shit, trying to be whole. And no, I ain't never ever sold my soul. It's getting too easy. I cracked the code. You won't see me break being crack a fold. I go make 300K on the road. I was on the Oz block clapping poles. Killer a gangster, but I got hoes. I turn the whole studio to copper coal. I talk to God, I know I'm chosen. I lock in, get in my mode. My neck, my ear, my wrist is froze. I'm way too trill to get exposed. I keep these pesos on my toes, but I might drip and rig for show. Smell like a pound of weed and Creed, but I look like a brick of coke. Swerve.
Blind cause she seen the way I ball. Baby says she only fuck with athletes. Hey, tonight I'm gonna fuck against the wall. And we're gonna move it to the mattress. Hey, driving down 295, trying to catch a pussy nigga traffic. Hey, whipped out the choppers and they come and leave their eyes. Nah, nigga, we ain't on no bopping.
See all the 15 minutes still trading under this 200.
Forever be mine.
Play some Future.
There to see all of the real raw shit, but you ain't staying. But I got kept it all to myself, you know what I mean? It's understandable.
Yeah, I'll probably be on stream up until about 7:30, nothing moving, probably gonna hop off.
Exactly what motherfucker is.
Probably still gonna trade, but
today's a slow day. How the fuck you gonna look at me now and try to highlight me like we motherfucking friends? You know we ain't no motherfucking friends.
So we're gonna see what happens at 10:30. I'll give it 10:45. But we're gonna see, because 10:30 is when the market makes a change. So we're gonna see what it does.
That's my rider, nigga. Shorty rap.
Lord forgive me, I've been on the rampage, Grand Reaper riding in the Rolls Royce, yeah. Spend a day to sober up, then I pop me one up. I can't pop her when I want with her, she pop her up. I've been trying to fight my demons, I've been trying to fight my cup. I was telling she my therapy, I told her it was rough. She accepting all my flaws, I got diamonds with the cut. I've been suffering with withdrawals, missing out on real love. Different, you an angel to me, they gon' try to convince me that it's different, but I know it's in my spirit and I can feel it, yo. She don't bring up when these bitches being miserable and typical. Drink my blood, baby, going digital. $1,000 ski boots by Perriellis, and I don't plan on taking no ski trip, they ain't drip. Chanel fanny pack out in Egypt, ain't no reason. Gucci bucket hat for all my heathens. Temporary distractions, ain't no grieving cause they reach.
Crazy. This is how you supposed to trade.
Trying to write in my own, be strategic, I got Fiji. Ground up on my own cause I see how they mistreat me. Don't you let them turn you on me, I see it, I can peep it. Till like white Patron, I can see it, you can see it. Talking on the phone, you get my tone, mischievous. Plastic or the chrome, whatever we need to keep us heated. Canary yellow stone, girl, shine on my demons. I feel it in my bones when you take it out my semen. I purchased a cup of cashmere sweaters this evening. Take you for a walk in a park like a deacon.
Whenever this thing breaks, it's gonna break.
You a mamacita. Give you the keys in her face and show her how I treat you. I'm taking you out on dinner dates, got Franklin's like Aretha. Trained in the wars on codeine in my 1 liter. Pain in my attitude is vicious and it's lethal. Came off the avenue and ran into a diva. Broken hearted, baby, had me down, had me get you. You out the garden, baby, I'm from the jungle with the leeches. Clouded my lungs up and I slowly start speaking. Rain, thunder, and showing you grace for this meeting.
Like
you
this,
compliments throughout the day and the weekend. Fall in love with revenge, hoping that'll kill my demons. Standing out on my porch, I'm in disbelief. Give me glory, that's victory. I'm gonna drop your name, is it chemistry? Fuck this money and fame if it's meant to be. Like a rock star showing up at a symphony. Rock hard pissing on my enemy. Fuck them all, we don't show them sympathy. Her favorite color blue, I bought her Tiffany. Out the trail spot, I got my dope degree. They persuaded me, they gon' try to persuade you to leave. Had laid in it, played in it, stayed in it for weeks. Mistakes like earthquakes, they can break us a piece. I'm not Catholic, but had to have a talk with the priest. Acrobatic flips, getting European cash across the sea. It's so radical, automatical, I'm knowing we elite. Fascinated by the lifestyle, you not brain creep. Fascinated by your feistiness, okay. Fascinated of your crisis, it's warfare. When we roll, when we converse, we like orphans. Coast to coast, float the ocean like a starfish. Check my post, I'm a toast to the heartless. That's why I'm praying for better days on this continent. I don't need a ghost to write my promises. You boost my confidence. Lord forgive me, I've been on the rampage, Grand Reaper riding in the Rolls Royce, yeah. Spend a day to sober up, then I pop me one up. I can't pop her when I want with her, she pop her, look. I've been trying to fight my demons, I've been trying to fight my cup. I was telling she my therapy, I told her it was rough. She accepting all my flaws, I got diamonds with the cut. I've been suffering withdrawals, missing out on real love.
Walking is dirt slow.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you now, man. Loyalty don't mean nothing. I can't believe they ran Brad's up out of here.
He ain't run. He kind of swam out.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
God damn.
damn.
Maybach number 1.
Nigga, just say that.
Maybach number 2.
Oh my! Why didn't I stop?
Maybach number 3. What the fuck is going on? Is that the president?
That was 5.
I don't want to keep standing in the rain with you. I'm tired of being out here with you, bro. I need my life back. Bro. Ain't no cars out here. Just look, it's empty.
You changed it up already.
I'm just saying.
all day.
I want to be in the Maybach.
All right, well.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to keep standing in the fucking
Stop
rain.
yelling because you scared.
Yeah. About to drop it, they go with the Maybach. Ain't no more warnings, I'm telling you, stay back. All that loose talking, they come and relate it. I know the singles is getting outdated. You wanna feature that nigga, just say that. You wanna feature that nigga, just say that. Yeah. Fucking this bitch with that latex. Nigga ain't trim, I know this bitch on the limb. Charge of the Amex. Wait till it's him, I wanna catch it on film. Call it the payback. H.I. nigga, I'm him. Go on a $1 creme. Chocolate, baby, get Tim. I salute, you give a thrill. Running up, I need more revenue. Know when ahead of you, stack up your M's. Another spot and I own if you go to my kid when I'm riding the wheel. I'm working out at the Patriot Stadium gym. I done got rich off my aliens. They come and pay me and they know the drill. Working on my little lady friend, getting Mercedes-Benz, came out this year.
It's a boring day, just waiting, man. It's a long wait.
About to drop it, they go with the Maybach. Ain't no more warnings, I'm telling you, stay back.
Let's be honest, guys, ain't nothing really going on in the market. I'm gonna give an update on how this beef went. Probably gonna shut it down for today.
You wanna picture
Ain't
that
much
nigga,
really
just
going
say
on.
that. Half a ticket all in.
So I wait
Just
about
say it, I handle the
10:30.
biz. I speed on the block.
Today's
25 black on black,
trash
make a
ass
whole
day.
nother bin. I flooded with
We gonna
rocks,
cut the
BS
stream
and cameras
today.
and partners on both of her
Catch y'all
wins.
tomorrow.
Big bird in the sky,
See
by
ya.
the land back in sky, yeah, we pushing again. No more class shots, you playing, we checking your chin. 650 came with the chauffeur, you can't hit the motor when I'm pulling in.